Greetings. Welcome to the first episode of The Conscious Couch. You're joined here tonight with me, Sister Aisha, and V, the herbalist. We're going to talk about...
Today we're going to talk about a very important issue, which is, the topic title is Be Your Child's Inspiration / Role Model Before Somebody Else Is. So, there's a lot of people out there who, because our children are small or young, we don't really pay attention, and because we're caught up in everyday life, because obviously these days we have to be working, everybody in the house is working, life's very busy, so sometimes we get took away from the important things in life. So I believe personally that everybody in life, regardless whether you say, oh, nobody should be like anybody, everybody looks to somebody as an influence or inspiration at some stage of their life. Somebody that inspires them, influences decisions or who they want to say, I want to be like, live like, whatever. So I say that as a parent, we as parents should make sure that our children want to be like us, whether you're the mum or the dad. Do you know what I mean? Typically there should be two parents there, so if it's a girl, they're influenced by their dad because that's going to give them the level of what kind of man they're going to want, and their mum, they want to aspire to be like their parents, basically. So a lot of people don't really concentrate on being a role model for the kids, because when kids are small they can't vocalise how they feel, the level of respect they've got for you and all those stuff, how they really feel about the way you live or what you do and don't do. A lot of people get sidetracked with other things. But I believe that I would rather, my endeavour in life is for my children to look and want to say, I want to be like my mum. I don't want my kids looking at the man on road with this and that, doing this and that, who God knows what they're doing, and say I want to be like them. Do you know what I mean? I want my children to be like me. So it's important as parents to be conscious that of what we're doing, saying and showing our children. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Aisha.
One thing that I learned long ago is that your children don't do what you tell them, they do what they see you do.
Exactly.
So they're gonna follow you regardless. So you need to be conscious of what you're doing.
Exactly.
You need to be aware that they are watching you, good or bad. Like I remember that when I was like 15 and I was about to have my first bliff, I believe that this is okay, because you know I grew up around my dad smoking weed 24/7. I just thought this was a natural thing what you do when you get to a certain age.
Exactly.
With like, you know.
It's the same with our kids. So therefore, even if your dad says to you, oh Aisha, don't smoke, smoke, you would still probably smoke. Definitely.
You still be able to justify
you smoking, yeah,
because seen you doing it.
Exactly.
So it can't be that bad because mummy and daddy does it.
So a lot of people, even when they're talking to their friends, dealing with arguments, drama, they forget in the heat of the moment, or in that moment they forget that the children are there listening. Remember, everyone needs to understand that the human brain is like a computer, because the computer was forged off the human brain. So the children are storing up all these things, and it's only when they get to the age where they can vocalize these things that they're going to start telling you about what you did and didn't do. Come on, let's keep it real. We all do it with our parents. Like when we get older now, you say, well mum, you never used to do this, or when she tells giving you advice or whatever, or dad, you never used to do this, and you're telling them about what you saw them doing. And a lot of the time they wasn't conscious that you was watching or you was taking it in, but that you was. So it's very important. Like, you should show your child that there's hard work, you put in the work, as a result you get out. You can't let your child see you sitting down every day or not doing anything, and then every minute you've got this or got that, or you haven't got anything to offer them. Because in that way, this is what a lot of parents do, they concentrate on material things. So as long as my kid goes to school and has got the name brand trainers, or my kid's wearing designer clothes and all these, that's what they focus on, making the child feel like they're fitting in that way, rather than trying to inspire the children. Because it's no point buying the children these things while they're young and you're getting the benefit money, or you get what I mean, the things are cheap. Because when they get to teenage, the price changes, and are you still going to be able to maintain that? No. Therefore then they're going to look to these people like artists and rappers who have got those things still, and then they're going to want to be like them. It's not that thing. I'm telling you, till the day I die, my mission in life is to make sure my kids want to be like me. You can ask my children now, who do you want to be like? My mom. I want to work hard, have my own business, get a good education and be able to do things to help people. Do you get what I mean? As well, and to show other people that not everybody has to be, do you get what I mean? You're showing other people, inspiring other people along the way. There's no point making it in life or living a certain life and you're not inspiring anybody.
Yeah, that's the whole point, man.
Do you get what I
The
mean?
whole purpose is to like, you have to bring yourself to a certain level, learn a thing and share it. Like that's literally
Let
what
your
I
light
believe
shine.
it's supposed to be. And with influences as well, you know, you will be, whether you aware of it or not, whether you're good or a bad influence, you're going to be an influence in your child's life. And also pay more attention. I feel like we don't pay enough attention on the other influences that our child have. Like, oh, do you know what they're watching on television? Do you know what music they're listening to? Who is the rapper? What are they about? You know, what are they doing? Especially with social media and computers and phones, we need to pay more attention to what they are spending their time looking at. Invite your children's friends. Don't let them stand on the door. Invite them in because they want to know who you are, where do you live, what school do you go to, who's your parents, what's your parents' name. We need to know these things in order to keep them safe.
My children, I'm not being funny, but unless I know the parents or have been to the parents' house or met your parents, my kids can't just come and say, oh mum, I'm going to my friends. Who's your friend? What's going on around that friend's house? You have to know these things in these times. Very, very important. And people need to understand that really it's embarrassing. Let's keep it real. It is very embarrassing when you get older. Come on, for those of you who've got parents who wasn't filling the mark or wasn't doing certain things, and you've got mouth to them, it's embarrassing. Now, do you want that from your child? It's all right now. You've got control over them because they're young, and maybe they know they're probably not scared, but they've got that respect because of their age that they don't have to. They're not going to say, but they will get to that stage when puberty licks. And all those hormones, whether it's a girl and estrogen starts to run up in her, or a boy and testosterone starts to run up in him, them things will come out, and that's when all the things they've been storing will come out at the end of the day. So you need to make sure that you're showing your kids the right way. That's the whole message. Be your kid's inspiration before someone else. Look, you cannot be in your yard listening to slapness or rap talking about killing man and straps and rolling deep and chains and war, and then expect your children not to have that mindset. Because remember, I'm telling you, your children, from your kids, know the words to the song. There's a problem. Because that means they've heard it so many times, it's now become stuck in their mind. Therefore, that's registered on their hard drive in their brain. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that's going to come out at some time. And you people don't understand this. We've got a subconscious, and our subconscious takes in a lot. And then
everything.
If you're in a situation that you've heard something about, the first thing that's going to come into your mind is what somebody else done in that situation. So therefore you have to mind the influences your kids are getting and work hard to ensure your kids want to be like you. Isn't it embarrassing if your kids come to you and say, oh mum, I want to be, or dad, I want to be like this man or that man, and when you know that person ain't going on with nothing good. So therefore, what kind of level are you on for your kid to have to be wanting to look to that person in the first place? We need to be conscious of these things as parents, because the children are the future. So there's no point us not taking notes of these things. And when the kids grow up now and they want to gangbang and do all these things, everyone's going on like, oh, it's the kid, they're going off the rails, etc, etc. Because I'm telling you, there ain't no rails for my kids to go off. Do you get what I mean? Because you teach your child the way he should go and he will never depart from the way. I'm not saying my kids are never going to do anything mischievous, because like testosterone's going to ride up in them too, because they're boys. But once you plant certain seeds and build up that a spiritual awareness, that consciousness, that listen, you don't have to be religious. If you're religious, if the consciousness is God, creator, whatever you call it, Allah, whatever you call it, yeah, and you build up a consciousness of that so they're aware that they're being watched. But if you're not religious, it's just simple as that. What goes around comes around. There's cogs of the wheel that are set. Like, you know, the moon doesn't come out in the day and say to the sun, oh, today I want to come out in the day, so you go back in. No, so there's cogs just like a clock. When there's a cog linking to a cog that turns, and they have to turn in a certain motion for the clock to tick. It's the same like that with life. So really, truly, we can't change that. That's an ordained thing by Creator Universe, whatever you want to call it. So really, you do good, good will follow. You do bad, bad will follow. And the thing about it is, we as parents have to show children that even when you do wrong, there are ways to redeem yourself. So basically, okay, I do wrong today, something that's wrong, and I think, sure, V man, you should have done that. Then obviously, that bad seed is going to come back round. But what do? Plant lots of good seeds, lots of good seeds. So when the bad seed comes round, the blow's not so bad because there's so much good seeds coming with it. These are the things we have to teach our children. When we was growing up, a lot of our parents, a lot of us generation grew up around your grandma. Your grandma was a very strong influence in your life. So you wasn't allowed to ask questions. You wasn't allowed to shut up your mouth and all the same talks we all got. But at the end of the day, you need to equip your children. Are you going to equip your children for life? Or are you going to let someone else equip them for life? You have to equip your children for life. Teach your children about, when they get to a certain age, about relationships, people, friends, the good, the bad. Let them see you that even though you mess up, you try to do better. You have to be your child's influence in every way. Because listen, I'm telling you, remember, their brain is like a computer, storing things on the hard drive. And yes, we can empty the recycle bin on our computer, but if police come or anybody, they can recover that. So remember that recovery deep down in the memory, deep down in the memory, what can't ever be erased is your child's subconscious. And there's things that will go on in their subconscious that you cannot erase. So make sure what information, garbage in, garbage out. So make sure you're not putting garbage in and you won't get any backlashes and garbage out. Quality in and quality out, and be your child role model before someone else.
So no, but I did just want to add a point.
Go on then.
I did want to say about so being conscious of who you are, your environment, their environment, and speak more like, we need to speak more life into our children. We need to use our words more wisely with our children when we're speaking to them. We need to be uplifting them all the time. Like I heard somewhere about when a child walks in a room, they should see your eyes light up just because of their presence. We have to give them worth because you can believe that you are this model and you're doing everything right. I eat right, I'm healthy, I work a business, I don't swear, I don't smoke, I go to church, we have 3 meals a day, they do their homework, education and all that. We're living on the straight and narrow. But at the same time, the energy that you give to your children is just as important. The words that you speak to them is just as important. Even the tone and the style in which you speak to them, you need to be conscious that it's always uplifting and it's supportive and it's praising.
Exactly. No, you made a good point there.
Yeah.
Because the words you speak are very important. Like some people label their kids naughty this,
yeah.
naughty that.
From
He's speaking that all over them. He's rude.
Boys.
He's rude. You don't say he's rude. He's acting rude, or he's acting naughty. That at that specific time, and you tell the child you're not rude, but right now your behaviour is showing me that you're acting naughty. Then you deal with the situation in which they are showing that behaviour. You don't just label them.
Like when we call little boys they're a bad man, like
you just what that means, you're speaking that into existence over him.
Exactly.
And if these parents don't understand that sometimes we're responsible, and you're kind of robbing your kid of a positive future by labelling that, because then the kid kind of feels comfortable with people, the badness, bad labels. So when they go to school and the teacher says, "Oh, that ain't good enough," or the friends want to diss them, they think it's okay.
I've been programmed and told I'm not since I was 2.
Exactly. That's very, very important. Another important thing I think with this parents and children relationship is a lot of parents these days, I'm not sure it's because they wasn't close to their mum or whatever, but a lot of parents are saying, my best friend, my child, my best friend. Now look, me and my son, me and my children will always have a very close relationship. They will be close to me, but me and you are not friends. My child is not my friend, because see, this is what parents go wrong. Now, if you're going to tell a child you and them are friends, remember, subconsciously, you need to remember the subconscious plays a big role in everyone's life. Subconsciously, that child's whole level of respect and everything goes down to the level when they're dealing with their friends.
Exactly.
Can you remember when you was growing up and you've got your grandma?
Yeah.
Even now, if your grandma's still alive, I know when I'm dealing with my grandma, I could be vexed just a minute, go outside, cussing the most bad word, whatever. As soon as I hear the word grandma, there's a level of respect that goes up here, my whole voice, everything changes. If I'm vexed with my grandma, there's something in me that makes me be able to hold that. Do you get what I mean? But when you label yourself as a child's friend, that means then their levels come down to how they deal with their friends. They'll think they can chat to you like they talk to their friends. They think they can deal with you how they deal with their friends. No, I'm not saying that you can't be close with your child. Be close. You're supposed to be your child's first biggest fan. Do you get what I mean? You and your children should be tight. Like if you was their inspiration, then you wouldn't need to label yourself their friend, because there would be, my mum's my inspiration. You're their inspirer.
You're their leader, their teacher.
You're their role model.
Always gonna be above.
Exactly, but labeling yourself a friend drops your levels of respect, and that's why a lot of people, my friend, and then when, like I said, estrogen, testosterone rise up in the kids, then they start to talk to you and deal with you like they're your friend.
Rides up in them.
And then parents start to worry why the kids, oh, my sweet little princess has turned into an ogre. My son was such a humble, quiet boy, because you've told him you use friends, and now he's dealing with you like a friend. I'm gone, man, and talking to you like that, no, because you wouldn't do it with your grandparents at our generation. That's how we was grown. So there's lots of important issues, and we need to consider when being around our kids, dealing with our kids, what we want for the future for our children. We have to think about these things, and these things have to be at the forefront of your mind all times, whether you're with your children or not.
Even energy, even bad vibes. Children can pick up bad. In fact, the younger they are, I'd say the more vibes they can pick up, because they've just come out, so they're fresh and new, they're spiritual. So, like you may think I'm vexed, so I'm just being quiet, I'm just getting on with. They can pick up that energy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it has a negative.
Yeah.
Even as a parent, you're going through things. You just have to put on a tough face, keep the vibes.
No, you have to go through it. You haven't got time to hold on to none of this rubbish no more. You can't. You haven't got time to say I'm going to spend the 24 hours vexed. You can't do that. So you have to figure out, why am I vexed? What is that thought? Where does it come from? Deal with it.
Yeah, I understand that. But initially, because we're human, so we are trying to build your spirit, but we're human. So if I'm vexed, I'll be the first one to tell you. When I'm vexed, I go from 0 to 100 in 5 seconds. But if I'm vexed and I'm around my kids, I'll go in my room and just breathe, meds, vent, so that when I come around them, it's not affecting their energy. You get what I mean? Certain things we need to keep away from our kids. Sometimes, I've seen people, their brethren calls, they jump on the phone in front of kids. You are? This was good. Yo, this.
In big conversations.
And then the kids know big
Stop
people's
having
business.
grown conversations in front of your children.
You have to be conscious. This day and age, you have to be conscious, because I'm telling you, the minute your children stray from that path, these days it's very, very hard to bring them back, because you can't discipline them in a certain way. You can just about talk, people can just about chat to their kids these days, because the first thing they're saying, you can't tell me else, I'll call the police, you can't hit me, you can't do anything. So they're wild anyway. So you're limited to the discipline you can give, because you'll go jail. But you can still have that positive influence by not needing the discipline, because then you're conscious, you'll be inspiring them, rather than showing them a lot of badness and all these stuff. And the next thing, Future and Fetty Wap's their role model instead of you. And they want to gangbang and that, and then they want to blame hip-hop music and the world. But my children know, hip-hop music and certain things can't play in my house. They will never hear it around me. Do you get what I mean?
And they'll always respect that, even though they might think, oh, we have to listen to it on the slide because, everyone's listened to it and we like it. But they'll always grow up knowing, I couldn't listen to that music in my mum's house. And when they actually get to understand the lyrical content of the music, that's why they get it, and they respect you for it.
Exactly. Kids don't understand. Look, there's lots of things our parents. When I was young and I couldn't go out late, my brother could stay out late. I was vexed, and I'm walking on pussy like my mum. You get what I mean? Yeah. But now I'm glad I wasn't Lego.
Exactly.
Because the people that was Lego, their life is not going nowhere. And their life just went AWOL. Yeah. Whereas, you get what I mean? Certain disciplines, and then it leads down to your children. We as people, whether you're black, white, Indian, Chinese, colour's got nothing to do with it. We as human beings are supposed to be progressing our generation. So if you had to come from here and you had to start from nothing and you got to here, then you're supposed to be putting your child on the next rung in life, so they don't have to start from there. Then they'll aspire to put their child on the next rung, and we elevate as a generation. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
Simple as that. So that's the message, people. Be conscious. Be your child's role model and inspiration before anybody else is.
Before anyone.
Thank you very much for joining us on the Conscious Couch. From V and Aisha, peace, love and light.
Namaste.